This is a physically beautiful place. It's very rolling hills. It's full of beautiful oak trees where it got its name, Oak Ridge. When Abraham Lincoln visited this spot just before he left for Washington, he said this was the kind of place he wanted to be buried. The president's remains followed essentially the same route that he took when he was headed to Washington in early 1861. The journey lasted just under 1,700 miles. The train stopped at 12 major cities, including Springfield along the way, where the president's body was actually removed from the train and placed on public display. We estimate that somewhere in the neighborhood of 7 million people came out of their homes and either paid homage to the president at one of those 12 sites, or they went out to see the funeral train as it would pass through their community. That represents about a quarter of the northern population of the United States at that time. May the 4th of 1865, after the president's body had lain in state in the legislative chamber of the old state capitol here, the procession followed the president's body here in the morning of May the 4th. There were thousands of people on hand. There was a military escort. When the hearse arrived, actually right in front of where we're standing right now, the military escort took the president's remains out of the hearse and placed it inside of this receiving vault for temporary holding until they could determine what kind of a vault they were going to build for the president. They constructed a temporary vault that actually sat just about halfway up the hill from where we're standing right now, where the president's body was removed, while they were constructing the monument that we know today as the Lincoln Tomb. That process took about 7 years for them to complete before they finally removed the president and his son from the temporary tomb about halfway up the hill and placed him in the presidential tomb that we know today.